How long did it take for you to realize that people older than you are just as clueless as you are? This wasn't the major epiphany for me. What was the major epiphany for me was just how situational intelligence can be. Like, how can this brilliant mechanical engineer believe such stupid bullshit about politics? Or, why did some of the smartest people I've ever met struggle to find a decent ducking job for so long? Or even, how the duck can this man be such a driven and talented attorney and manage to bump into so much shit while driving? Question mark? People can be insanely good in some areas and absolute dumbasses in others. That does shatter our naivety, since we assume adults in high prestige fields must have most of the answers. From what I hear, that's the cost of specialization. Getting amazing at one subject, sacrificing many others. Jack of trades, master of none, but better than master of one. I got the holy shit no one else knows what the duck they're doing either when I started working in a popular local bar as head bartender at a place which, illegally but absolutely the best job I've ever had, stayed open for after hours for regulars only, and it was a big secret. Illegal to sell booze after 3 AM here where I'm from, and we stayed open until 6 AM serving the regulars on weekends. My Friday night crowd included a surgeon, a janitor, a famous actor who films here frequently, 3 or 4 waitresses, local musicians, a literal homeless man who looks and smells the part. All age ranges from 19 to 78, and varied races. But this group of people got along better than anyone I have got along with in my life. It let me realize that no matter what your job title is, we really are all the same, and we really are just winging it out here. It gave me a different outlook on life. And 7 years later I'm still close friends with them all. I visit them at least once a month for a catch-up session. This sounds like a good set of characters for a TV show. They could call it something like Cheers. Maybe. Late 30s. I'm now 43. But I'm my late 30s. It dawned on me that almost everyone my age and older was just trying to figure this shit out just like me. That was the boost I needed to try and be kinder to people, because they are possibly just as overwhelmed and scared about shit as I am. Wow. I had the complete opposite conclusion. I realized in my early 20s working with people way more educated than myself. Now I'm actually super salty about the level of incompetence in the adult world. I could have spent so much more time partying, getting high and generally having a good time and still have be fine. Instead I just wasted my youth being a goody two shoes, and now I have to deal with grown-ups repeating high school drama in their corporate politics and ladder climbing. Fuck this shit, I hate everyone. Get off my lawn. Remember kids, good grades will give you a job. Partying, socializing and being completely ducking wasted with the right people will get you an overpaid executive career. Around my parts of the world it is echoed over and over that it's not what you know, it's who you know. But for the longest time I thought I could work my way up by showing how good an employee I am and always volunteering to do the hard stuff so they will see what an asset I am. It's barely gotten me anywhere. However, Mickey McDickhead who barely gets anything done but chums it up with the boss both in and outside of work will get the promotion and crazy raise. I listened too much to people when I was growing up who said work hard and you'll get ahead in life. And while it's true to an extent, it really is about the people you know and the contacts you make. When I was 12 and asked my mother why the sun comes up, I feel you on that one. I asked my mom for help with my math homework when I was 9 and she couldn't help me because she didn't know how to do long division. After that, I really pissed me off every time she got mad at me for not understanding something. Edit. I wasn't expecting this to take off like it did. I'm 33 years old, and I can admit that I have only used long division once since grade school. That being said, my frustration had more to do with my mom's inability to hold back her anger whenever I didn't immediately grasp simple concepts as a child. I don't know how to do long division. I was supposed to learn it in 4th grade, but I was sick the day we learned it, and I just kinda pretended I knew how to do it until the test, which I failed. But grades don't matter in 4th grade, and we just never talked about it again. I'm in 11th grade right now, and I don't need it anymore. I've never needed to use long division. After like 6th grade, I could probably learn it in like 20 minutes, but I just can't be bothered to. It took until I was 28 to realize that those you look up to, mentors, teachers, bosses, all have their own flaws and will likely let you down, so you shouldn't idolize them. Just learn from the lessons that they teach you and try not to make their mistakes when you're in a similar position. The goal of any student is to surpass their teacher. It still shocks me that most people are just faking it till they make it. Most people never make it. I genuinely think that all politicians are essentially winging it because the world is too complicated for anyone's simplistic morality to sort out. They aren't. It's a game. And they're playing it to their best ability. It's just that most people don't care about intricacies. They want quick and easy solutions. And they want them yesterday. And as long as they aren't the ones bearing the consequences, they will accept just about anything that makes their own personal lives more comfortable. No morality involved. That's not to say that they are all spineless amoebas. It's just that politics and morality are two very separate and sometimes conflicting endeavors. Now of course, there are better and worse politicians out there, but I believe that each one of them does their utmost to get elected. My first job as an IT tech, late teens. 3G was a hot new commodity, and I was called over by some hotshot at the company to help him get it up and running on his laptop. He had the SIM card at home, so we made an appointment for another day when he was back at the office with it. Next time he had brought the SIM, but left the laptop at home instead. When I informed him that it was impossible for me to install something on his laptop without access to his laptop, he flipped out and chewed me out for a good 10 minutes. It took all my willpower to maintain a serious expression and not laugh at his stupid ass. My supervisor called me an idiot for not being able to teach him how his voicemail worked. It was my 3rd day and his 10th year working there. Some people love to blame others for their own incompetence, and it only makes them look worse. Asked my teacher what's going to happen when it's winter and we are expected to keep all the doors and windows open because of COVID. Her response, "I don't even know we are going to do tomorrow." Wait, why do you guys have to keep your doors and windows open? Better ventilation cuts down on COVID transmission. Until finishing university, the more education I received, the more I realized how little I knew about anything. The more you know you don't know. Aristotle. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.